gonna start the playlist together. So get your phones or your speakers or whatever, Spotify. We're gonna start the sword song, Dream Thieves, in 3, 2, and play. All right. No one can hear that, right? I'm playing it softly in another phone. You can't hear that, right? No. Okay, good. That's just so I know where we're at. So we're gonna start today in child's pose. So we're starting in child's pose. Knees can be wide or closed, doesn't matter. Sitting back towards the heels, walking the arms really forward towards the front of your mat. Forehead can come down to the floor or a block. And just breathe here. Maybe take a few sighs, audible sighs out through the mouth. Yeah, sometimes the days like these, not that we have much to compare this to other than what's happening right now. It's nice to go over your day, just as you start your practice. Kind of remember when you woke up, remember what you did today. Just kind of let your mind run through those thoughts. It's also a good way to kind of keep track of time. Time can feel kind of weird right now, like it doesn't exist, which, it kind of doesn't, but right now it can be hard to keep track of what day it is and where you are and all that. So just keep a running log in your mind just for the beginning of class, what you did today, all from the moment you woke up. Kind of flip through your mind until you get all the way to your mat right now. Walk your fingertips closer to the front and then walk both hands over to the left side, reaching even more with your right hand. Walk your hands back through center over to the right, reaching a little more with the left. Hands come back to center. Take a few more breaths in child's pose. Just letting yourself relax. Your hips are heavy, your head is heavy towards the floor. Just totally giving in to this practice. Slowly start to come up to your tabletop, hands and knees. Keep that Sharpie out of the way. And start to move your hips side to side. Maybe make your knees a little wider, maybe tuck your toes for more stability. Hips are left and right. And as you turn your hips to the left, draw your head towards your hips as well. So you're making this C shape, turning your hips and head to the left. Other side, come back to center, twist the hips to the right, head twist to the right, making another C shape. Let's do it one more time, hips to the left, make that C shape. And the right. Come to center, tabletop. Now we're gonna take our knees. Let me see what side I wanna start with so I lead you in the right direction. Okay, cool. So we're gonna take both our knees and bring them to the left side of your mat, knees together. You can have your toes tucked or not, doesn't matter. So knees are together on the left side of your mat. You're gonna lower the right hip to the right side of your mat. So you have this kind of horizontal line going down your mat and your feet are stacked over to the left side. From here, your hands are kind of next to each other over to the right corner of the mat. Walk your hands over to the right and off of your mat. So we're doing this kind of seated twist. When I was playing around with making this class, I was super excited about this twist. I've never really thought about doing this before, but it feels really nice on my back. Depending on how deep you want this twist, you can make the hands go further away. Maybe start to look back towards the back of your mat. If you're in that deeper twist, come to the normal twist. Now from here, we're gonna take it a step further. The top left leg, you're gonna lift it up and bring the left sole of the foot in front of the right thigh. So the knee is pointed up to the ceiling. Take your left arm, bring it towards the back of your mat on the floor, and the right arm comes in front of that left leg, and we twist and look behind you. Take a few breaths. One more deep inhale. Exhale it out. From here, since our leg is perfectly ready for our log pose, we're gonna take this top left leg and let it come down onto our right shin. See, mine is kind of lifted here, and that's fine. It doesn't have to touch. You don't have to press it. You can bring some weight down onto your shin if that feels okay, just by, interlacing your hands and kind of leaning on that, just kind of hanging out. You can also help that leg come down by lifting up the left hip and drawing it back a little bit. See how it came down a little bit further. And it's up to you how deep you want this. Again, you can lean, you can bring the fingertips forward and do a little forward fold here. That might feel nice. If you want to come out of it a little bit, you can bring the hands back behind you and see how the left leg lifts up. Just take a few breaths. Now you start to come out. So bring that left foot down on the floor, swing it back behind, stacking the legs, back onto the knees, and just step the right knee to the right and the other one to meet it. And then we take the left hip and we lower it down to the left side of the mat. Walk the hands over to the left and off the mat. Hands on the floor. Just a nice gentle twist, or a deeper twist by walking the hands further and looking behind you. Twists are really nice, not only to release pressure from the spine, but it's also good for digestion. I actually just heard my stomach growl as I did that. And it can really, twists in any kind of work that involves the core is really good for digestion. Nice. From here, walk the hands back a little bit if you're in that deeper twist. Lift up the right leg. Bring the right foot, it's hard to see, so I'll move back a little. Right foot in front of that left thigh. Right arm comes behind you, left arm in front of that right thigh, twist to the back. For that seated twist. Take a few breaths. Maybe let the right ear come to the right shoulder. And then we let the right shin come down on top of the left for our log pose. And I'm gonna twist and face you so you can see me looking at my back. So again, we're in our log pose. We can lean with our arms on that shin. We can pick up the right hip and slide it back to allow the leg to come down, come into a deeper pose. We can come out of the pose with hands behind us, letting that right knee lift up and off the other foot. It's really up to you how deep you take this. It's the beginning of your practice. There's no need to go all the way, into this really deep pose. Just take a breath. I start to come out. We're coming back onto our hands and knees, tabletop. However you need to get there. Hips move a little side to side. From here, tuck the toes. Our right foot kicks back, toes come down to the floor, and then we lift up the foot and slide our foot over to the left, over the other leg, and toes come off the mat if you can do that. Now, if you want to just really commit to this twist here, you can walk the hands over to the left. It's a pretty deep twist, so if you feel too much compression in the lower spine, maybe don't do that last part. I feel just enough compression where it feels nice, and compression isn't necessarily a bad thing. It just means that two things are hitting each other. Could be skin, could be bone. Obviously, if it's bone on bone, you want to make sure that it's safe and it feels okay and not too harsh. Nice. Let's come to the other side. Lift the foot up, lower the right knee down, left leg kicks back, tuck the toes, lift the left foot, kick it over to the right and off the mat. Either staying here or one at a time, moving the hands off the mat over to the right. Maybe one hand is off the mat. Pressing a little more into your left hand to really get that twist, maybe look behind at your toes. And sway a little forward and back. I always think of little movements when I'm doing the last side. Come back one hand at a time. Lift up the leg, lower down the left. Now, we're gonna lift the knees up, come into plank pose. I know everyone loves the pose, so I try to put as many planks in as possible. Press into the hands, press into the fingertips. Draw your left knee to left elbow. Draw it to your right elbow, boop it. Again to left, to the right. Kick the leg out to the right side so you lower the outer part of your left foot. We lower the right heel down to the left side. We come into fallen triangle, lifting the right leg up. Press and lift, maybe look up, make it dramatic if you want. Lower down the right hand, come onto your right toes. Now I want you to lower down onto this left hip. Slowly lower the left hip down to the floor. Keep that foot where it is over to the other side. Should have done the other side first so you can see better, but hopefully you got it. Walk the hands over and off the mat, over to the left side of your mat. You can, do what I'm doing and tuck the back right toes. You don't have to necessarily. Take a few breaths. If you want to try coming down, actually it doesn't make it easier or harder, just makes it different. I'd say I don't like this as much as this. I feel more of a harsh compression in my spine when I come down. Nice. Hands come back. Press into the hands, lift the left hip. Step the left foot back for another plank. Other side, right knee to right elbow. Touch it. To left elbow, touch. Right, touch. Left. And kick the right foot to the left side. Come onto the outer side of the foot. Let the left heel drop down to the right. Lift the left arm, fallen triangle. Again, you can make it dramatic and really press up and lift, looking up. Maybe even lowering that left arm behind you, looking around, whatever. Make it into a dance. Again, lowering the left hand down. Slowly lowering that right hip to the floor. We take our hands and we slowly walk them over to the right. This is one of those pretzel positions that normally you'd be like, how the heck do I get into this pose? Breathe here, maybe close the eyes. You can try this with one hand. Take a breath. Start to walk the hands back, coming out of this twist. Lift the right hip. Step the right foot back, plank pose. Let's take a little vinyasa. Lean forward, knees come down for modified. High to low. Inhale, upward facing. Let's take a moment here and pause for upward facing or cobra. Let's make it cobra by lowering the thighs. Let's let the elbows come out to the sides and then draw them in, bending the elbows slightly. Press into the hands, start to look up. Look over your left shoulder and behind you at your toes, right? Your heels, if you can't see those. And look over your right shoulder and look behind you. One more time, look over left shoulder. And over right shoulder. Come through tabletop, lift the hips, tuck the toes for downward facing dog. Sink the heels down, pedal them out, find movement, find stillness. Whatever feeds you here in your downward dog. Whatever feeds your dog. From here, I'm going to step the feet nice and wide. They could be on the edges of your mat. They could be totally off your mat. Then we're going to take our hands and walk them a few inches back so the heels lower down to the floor. We take our right hand, we cross and reach over to our left shin. We bend that left knee a lot. Grab the outer shin and see if you can straighten the leg, looking underneath your left arm. If the leg doesn't straighten, that's totally fine. You're still getting that twist. Take a breath, look underneath that left elbow. Step that, or place the right hand down, other side. Left arm reaches over, bend the right knee, grab the outside of that right shin, and maybe straighten the right leg, look underneath that right elbow. Take a breath. Nice. And make sure my leggings come down. Bring the hand back. We're stepping the feet back to downward dog, stepping forward and coming right onto our backs. Now we do need a block or something to hold on to. Actually, you don't really need it so much as it's nice to have. Same goes for any pose with a block. So let's start on our backs. Make fists in the air, like you're punching someone right in front of you, on top of you. Bring the left hand to left side, right arm to right side, pressing your fist down into the floor. Bring your knees up and in. You can have the feet flex if you want a little more action in the feet. Drop the knees over to the left, but hover the knees off the floor so they don't touch. Right here, you should be really pressing into that left fist. Flex the feet. Draw the knees up, press into the right fist and let the knees come down to the right, but don't touch the floor or your block. Whoops. Lift the knees, knees to the left. Lift the knees to the right. So go back and forth a few times at your own pace. Maybe you try going a little faster. Maybe you like it going slow. You feel a little more in control of it. I want you to feel this in your lower abs. And you can do it really slow and feel it even more than if you went fast. It's really all about finding your own flow here. Draw your belly button in. Maybe you're rolling the sacrum across the floor, getting a nice little relief in the low back. Punch the floor, press down with the fists. Nice. Now keep the knees over to the right side. Let them come all the way down. Interlace the hands. We're just doing 15 side crunches. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let the head come down. Switch the knee to the left. Let's go 15. Let's start with 1, 2, 3. Oh no, my music stopped. 4. Hopefully the next song comes on. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Nice job. Lower the head, knees come back to center. Reach up, grab the shins, hug them in. Make little circles going in one direction. Let's switch sides, rolling the lower back other way. Really taking care of our lower spine, our lumbar spine. Hug the knees into chest, start to rock up. We meet in Navasana, so we don't lower the feet down quite yet. Grab your block, bring it into your hands, hold it the wide side. Now we're gonna tap our block side to side, cherry pickers. And we're gonna do this for 30 seconds. So do it at your own pace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, almost there, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Go ahead, lower the block down. Take a moment, hug your shins, let the feet come down to the floor. I think I made that 30 seconds faster than it should have been, but that's only because we're all in pain doing that. That felt good overall. Bring the feet behind you. Actually, from here, I forgot I had something else planned. Bring the feet underneath you, so step on your feet, come into a squat, knees pointed forward. Since we've already done a lot of twists, even though it's only been the first part of class, I'm gonna have you come into the squat. Hands come over to the left side. They're in front of that left leg, on the side of the thigh, side of the shin. Now you can either come into your crow, your side crow. Maybe you have it in your practice. Maybe we will practice together. Hands come down. I want you to press into that side of the left leg with the tricep of the right arm. So the back of the right arm presses. And see how my left arm doesn't really have a great point of contact here, doesn't have that leg right there. What's gonna happen is my left elbow is gonna kind of let my left hip sit on it. So I'm gonna start by pressing into my leg, leaning to the side, and slowly letting my left hip come to my left elbow, and seeing if I can lift my feet. And maybe here you make a pretty little thing with your legs. Okay, so let's try the other side. Maybe it'll be better if you see the other side of me. So hands go over to the right side. I let my left tricep kind of press into that side of the right leg. Right hand comes down, and then I place the right side of my right hip, or the side of my right hip, onto my right elbow. And then I lean forward, look to the left, and lift my legs. Maybe if you're here, you kick that left leg back and open up the right leg. Challenge pose. Whew. Already challenge pose, we're only a little bit into the class. We come back into our squat, press the hands down, and forward fold, straighten the legs, maybe bend one at a time. Let the head come down. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the shoulders back, plug them in, and forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Shoulders roll down and back, and forward fold. Shake the head out, no. No, I don't want to do side crow again. Nod the head, yes. I can definitely do it. Bend the knees, press into the feet, lift up the arms and rise, reach up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. I'm gonna face you so you see me better, but stay facing forward. Inhale, reach the arms. Left hand to left hip, reach up and over with the right arm. Look up at the right elbow. Take a couple more breaths. Hand comes down, left arm reaches up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Look up at your left elbow. Reach up, inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. We're gonna move a little faster in the sun A. Exhale, fold, step one foot back, then the other, plank pose. High to low, modified or not. Inhale, upward facing, our cobra. To exhale, downward facing. Let's stay here for 4 breaths. Pressing into the fingertips, pressing into the hands, especially where the fingertips or the fingers meet the palms. Maybe you allow this energetic music to fuel you. I purposely picked some really heavy songs with really fast choruses or riffs that kind of slowed down at certain points to really ground you. Left foot comes to center of the mat. Inhale, right leg up. Let that left heel get heavy, lift the right even higher, bend the knee, open the hip. Really open the hip as much as you can. Maybe you start to lower the foot down, flipping your dog, reaching the right arm up to the sky, pressing the feet and lifting the hips higher, squeezing the glutes. Come out of this, right hand comes down, lift the right leg. Let's draw the knee to nose and step the foot through between the hands, coming into our runner's lunge, fingertips down. You can heel to the right foot a little to the right, or the back toes a little to the left. Sweep the arms forward, but keep the belly resting on that front right thigh. Press back into that left leg. Start to slowly lift up in your regular lunge, crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, open the arms and twist to the right. Maybe you let the right hand come down. See if you can grab that back left thigh and do a kind of a reverse warrior, it looks like, but it's really in your lunge. Okay, so let's come down, line the front right foot, step the right foot back, come right into downward dog. Left leg lifts up, press into the right heel is grounded, lifting that left leg nice and high. Open up the hip, bend the knee, see how much you can open that left hip. Maybe you start to flip your dog, left foot comes down, reach the arm up, left arm reach. Maybe you find a little dancing move here or a metal move here. Maybe you find a little time to headbang here. Why not? Whatever gets you through. Let's come out of this. Left hand comes down. Lift the left leg up. Draw the knee into chest. Step it through. Runner's lunge. Widen here if you need to. So left foot a little to the left. Fingertips are down. Press into that left foot a lot. Sweep the arms forward. Staying in this low position. You guys are sweating, so am I. Press into the left foot, start to rise, crescent lunge. It almost feels like a relaxing pose at some point, but then get a little deeper, open the arms, twist the left. You're either staying here or you're seeing if you can take that left hand, grab that right thigh if possible, and reverse that right arm. I like this pose. It kind of looks pretty too. Feels a little nice. You're opening the shoulder. A lot of work in that left thigh. Let's come down, hands down, step left hand or left foot back, downward dog. Look forward, hop step or jump to the front. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Let's take the feet nice and wide, heel to the feet further apart. Nice wide ragdoll. Grab opposite hands to opposite elbows. Sway a little side to side. Release the hands. Heel to the feet under the hips. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. And the knees, sweep the arms up, press and rise. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Reaching the arms up, squatting back, lifting the toes just to test to see if you're doing the pose right. Hands come to heart center, get even lower. Let's twist to the left, because obviously, twist class, lots of twisting. Look over to the left. Again, I always like to teach this because a teacher did this in class and it changed the way I do this pose, at least times when I don't feel as twisty. So I'm gonna turn and face you so you can see better. So you're twisting here and you feel like, okay, my right arm isn't quite touching my left thigh and it's uncomfortable. You can take that right elbow, bring it between your thighs and press there and twist. You can also release the hands at heart center, keep the elbow between the thighs, but drop the hand down and grab the inside of that left shin or left ankle and maybe open up the left arm. It's a really nice other way to do this pose. I think sometimes people jam themselves in this twist. I know y'all are still in this, so I won't be too much longer. From here, we're gonna lean into that left thigh, or if you're in that other pose, just get ready to lift the right heel up, because that right foot is gonna step back in a lunge, twisted lunge. One of the harder poses to do, especially step into. If you like to grab a block, you can bring your hand down to a block and open up the left arm. You can do it without the block, fingertips down. Nice and slow. Let's bring the hands back together. Slowly lower that right knee, nice and slow. Nice. Right hand comes down to right side, heel toe the left foot to the left top corner. Maybe tuck the back right toes and slide the right knee a little further back. You can either take the left hand, fingertips pointing inside of your thigh, press into the thigh and look back behind you. Staying here or reaching for a full deep quad stretch. Up to you. This itself can be very nice. Nice. Let's heel to that left foot back to center. Tuck the back right toes. Step the right foot forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, press up, lift up, and rise. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's do the other side. Inhale, reach. Exhale to chair. Starting with the arms lifted, sinking into the heels, lifting the toes, hugging the belly button in. Now hands come to heart center. Twist over, you got it, to the right. Looking to the right, always modify with that modification we just learned about. Let's take a breath here. Press into the hands. You can always press the fingertips together so the palms separate. Deeper stretch in the shoulders. Nice. From here, start to lift and lower that left heel until you can step it back for your twisted lunge. Stay here. Maybe lower that left hand down on a block or to the floor. See if you can reach the right arm up. Keep that back left leg strong instead of bent. It'll help you stay balanced in this pose. Hands come to heart center. Slowly lower that back left knee. Hands can come down, heel to the right foot to top right corner. You can tuck the back left toes, lift the left knee, and slide it back a little bit. Either keeping them tucked or not, doesn't really matter, whatever feels good for your knee. You can take your right hand, I'll lean back so you can see, press into the top of that right thigh, fingertips pointing in, look over your right shoulder, and that right knee can push to the right side. If you're like me, we talked about this before, the shape of your hips really matter and what is needed for you to do certain poses. Looking behind you. If you want to add that extra step, lifting that left leg, grabbing it for a deep quad stretch. Take a breath. Slowly lower the foot if you have it. Heel to the right foot to center. Lift the left knee and step it forward. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, slowly rise. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's try a balance pose, which when I hear that in classes, I'm like, oh no, I don't want to fall in front of people. But guess what? You won't fall in front of anybody because you're in the comfort of your own home. I can't even really see your boxes, they're too small, so don't feel embarrassed. So we're starting by planting the right foot down. I'll back up so you can see me. We're gonna take that left foot, lift it up, cross it over the right thigh. We're coming to a standing figure four, hands can come to heart center. And then we start to lower down, sinking into that right hip. And I'll show you how you can make this a deeper challenge pose. So this might be where you stop. Okay, you can come out of the pose as I explain the other version of the pose, which I might not even be able to do today, but we'll see if I've got it. So go ahead, just stand and watch. So here's another option. Oops, falling out of it apparently. Coming into your deep hip opener here. And then we can start to bring the hands over to the right and let the tricep of the left arm press into the sole of the left foot, bending the standing knee. Oh, I don't think I got it today. Let's see. Oh, almost. I don't think my left is my strong suit. So I think it's called firefly pose. Let's see if I can do the other side and show you a little better. So basically, you start with a standing figure 4. You come all the way down. You twist to one side. You let the sole of the foot that's lifted come to the tricep. You lean into this balance pose, and you lift the other leg. Kind of got it there. So again, challenge poses are meant to challenge you. They're not meant to frustrate you, unless that's really what fuels you to kind of help you push to do that challenge pose, then okay. But it's not meant to make you feel bad about anything. It's meant to give you an idea of what's possible. So clearly I don't even have it mastered. Not every yoga teacher can do every pose, but it's something you can work on at home if you're bored, if you want to work on some yoga. So again, let's do the left. Planting the left foot, right foot comes over, flex the foot, come down. So it's kind of like the same way you'd come into a twisted crow pose or side crow pose. You bend it a lot, you twist the left, you come all the way down and sit on your heel, okay? That foot's already on top of the thigh. Bring the sole of the foot to the back of that right tricep. Ooh. Today's not my day either. And then see if you can lean that left elbow to left hip, and maybe you can start to lift that left leg. Whew. Wherever you are, take another attempt. Maybe take a sip of water. Let's all just meet seated on our mats, whatever feels good. I'll wait for y'all to finish up your challenge pose. You can see maybe someone else still trying it out. Nice. So let's start by having our right foot down on the ground, seated, left foot out in front of us. I'm gonna grab the sole of that left foot, fingertips on the bottom of the foot, kick and press that left foot into the hand. Now you don't have to straighten it completely. You can have the knee bent a lot, and I'll twist so you can see a little better. Just pressing the foot into the hands, more of a way to stretch the shoulders. So as we press the foot into the hands, feel your shoulder blades just kind of release from the sockets, just gently. If you want to totally straighten the foot, feel free. Maybe you get yourself a little toe stretch, toe massage as you're here. Now, since we're all twisting today, let's start to bend that left knee more if you have it straightened. Take the right hand, grab the outside, the left side of that left foot. Now we're going to press the foot into the hand. So we're twisting here, bring the left hand back behind us. Let the left shoulder and left ear come close. Tilt the head to the left side. And slowly bend and release the left foot, other side. Right foot in the hands. Press the heel up. And maybe straighten the knee, maybe not. Maybe you're just pressing the foot into the hands. And again, we take the left hand, grab the right side of the right foot, reach the right arm behind us, and twist here, pressing the foot into the hand. Maybe tilting the right ear to right shoulder. Nice and slow release. Kick your legs out in front of you. Toes flex it up. Move the hips side to side. Move the skin out of the way of the sit bones. As you flex the toes up, reach the arms up, hug the belly button in. Keep a nice flat back. Try not to round the spine here. Lean forward. So when you're here, you won't come all the way down. You'll come down lower if you round the spine, but that's not what we're doing here. Keep flexing the toes up, reaching forward. Maybe look down at the ankles. Let's try it again. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Don't round the spine. Now here, I want you to draw your shoulder blades into the sockets. Close together. Inhale one more time. Now this time I want you to totally forward fold. Feel free to round the spine. Just feels nice and satisfying. Maybe you grab the feet, shins, ankles. Maybe use your strap. Take a moment to breathe. Nice. Slowly come up. Go ahead, come onto your backs. We're edging towards our Shavasana. We're almost there. Before we get into Shavasana, let's do one more twist. This is a nice gentle one, I promise. So we're gonna lower that left leg down, straight on the floor. The right knee's bent to the chest, let it come down to the left side. You can use your left hand to kind of hold it down. You can look to the right side. Take 2 more breaths. Bring the knee into chest, other side, extend the right leg, left knee into chest, and knee to the right side. This class has made me so hungry. Like I said, it definitely can help with digestion, so I feel like my stomach is just totally empty now. Take a few breaths, close the eyes. Both knees to center. Give your knees a squeeze. Maybe a little rock side to side. Maybe knees come open for a happy baby. Who doesn't love a nice happy baby to finish off yoga? Nice. Feel free to do any pose that you like to finish your practice with. For me, I like to do, plow sometimes. It really depends on where the tightness is. So if you like to do plow, then legs come over your head. And if you're lucky like me, you have a wall, which can be nice. You can press into the wall, get a little deeper stretch. Sometimes it's fun to bend the knees, point the toes up, and rest the knees on the forehead with arms down in front of you. Maybe you like to do crunches to end. I don't know anyone that likes to do that, but maybe you're into the power today. When you're ready, go ahead, come into Shavasana. Optional, you can bring the soles of the feet together, Supta Baddha Konasana. Recline bound angle pose. You want a little more comfort in the low spine. Knees bent, pointed up, feet come wide, knees knocked together. Or totally straight legs. Maybe palms are up. Get some external rotation of the shoulders and arms. Helps you open up a little bit. If you are like this, laying flat with palms facing up, maybe you do a little bit more of a heart opener by lifting the chest up, so pressing into the head, drawing the shoulder blades together and the elbows come close together as well. Lower down. Just to help your heart open up a little bit here. Everyone take a deep inhale in, fill the lungs. Big exhale, sigh out through the mouth. One more time, inhale. And big sigh, exhale out. Shavasana. Twists can be very cleansing. You think of it, you can imagine like a wet towel, hand towel that you're wringing out. Everything you don't need, just kind of wringing out of your spine, out of your body. Maybe you took it literally, you're just kind of wringing out the muscles, re-stretching. Maybe you're like me, spending a little more time on the couch lately. Maybe you think a little more metaphorically. You're twisting out all of those unnecessary, unwanted emotions that may be building up. You're wringing out that anxiety, that fear, until you have all this open, dry space, still on the towel metaphor. You have all this open space for something different, something better, absorbing other emotions, other hobbies, other feelings. Maybe you're thinking of one thing you'd like to do more of. From here, take a breath, a gentle exhale through the mouth. And turn onto your left side. Slowly press yourself up to a seat. Easy seated position, Sukhasana. We inhale our arms up, reaching towards the ceiling. We exhale, hands to heart center. Feeling all that open space in our body, lowering the shoulders down and back, letting our posture rise towards the sky, open chest and heart. Feeling a sense of gratitude and lightness. The light and dark in me loves and honors the light and dark in you. And together we say, Namaste.